Hey guys, it's Kenzie. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. Today we're going to be answering a set of colostomy bag questions. I had you guys ask me some questions over on my Instagram and TikTok and Threads, so today I will be answering those. And real quick, I just want to say a quick thank you to those of you who did ask me questions about my bag. It really means a lot and I love answering them. So yeah, let's get right into the questions. I did write them down from you guys. The first one that's the most common is what is a colostomy? So I did write down the definition of a colostomy and I'm going to read it to you guys. A colostomy, by definition, is a surgical procedure that creates an opening, a stoma, in the abdominal wall to divert waste from the colon, the large intestine, to an external bag. So, in my own words, which I also wrote down, to me, it's a surgical procedure resulting from severity of my Crohn's colitis to remove part of my inflamed intestines. The next question I get asked a lot is what happened, and basically when I was younger, around 14, 15, 16 years old, I went in to go get my physical for trying out for sports. They tested my blood and they realized something was really off. From there on, I got tests done. Beforehand, my sister recently got diagnosed, so I was kind of scared to speak up on the fact that I was sharing similar symptoms as her. So I kind of hid that from my family, and later on in the years, I did tell my family that I was having blood in my stool, which caused me to get a colonoscopy. That resulted in them diagnosing me with severe Crohn's colitis, which is both Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. But I was first diagnosed with severe anemia from my blood work. So I was put on iron supplements and things of that sort. And then from there on, I got older and the disease got more out of control from them diagnosing me. I went on every form of medication that they had out there in the books. None of them worked. As new medications rolled out, I would be put on them. Again, they wouldn't work, so then I tried things such as liquid diets, gluten-free diets, and so many things you can think of just trying to fix my intestines and gut, but none of them sadly worked. So my last result before getting severely ill and possibly passing away was to remove part of my intestines. So that is basically what happened. I got surgery because my disease was so inflamed that I had to remove part of my intestines. The next common question I seem to get is, did you just get the colostomy bag? No, I did not just get the colostomy bag. I got it 3 years ago, which you guys can see my 3 years colostomy bag video if you're interested. But to me, it's still very new and I'm learning things every single day, so I still consider myself to be a newbie with the colostomy bag and being disabled. The next question I'm going to answer is the bag permanent? Yes and no. For me personally, I do think I won't ever be able to remove the bag, so yes, for my case, I do think this bag will be on my side forever. But for most cases, it is removable and reversible, and I think that's absolutely amazing. I just know in my case, I've developed a way of life that I can't imagine even trying to go back on because it's made my life so much easier and healthier with having this bag on my side. The next question I have that you guys asked is, does the bag bother me while sleeping? And honestly, sometimes the bag bothers me while sleeping, depending on if you're talking about the physical bag itself or just my stomach. My stomach tends to keep me up at night and I don't get the best sleep. When I'm in a flare-up, my bag does bother me a lot just because of my stomach. But overall, my bag doesn't irritate me too much. Sometimes it does end up falling off, or if there's too much gas in the bag itself because it doesn't get released on its own, it can sometimes explode and come off. That bothers me while I'm sleeping, but other than that, no, it's like there's nothing there. And then I also just wanted to add in, a lot of people tend to ask me if I'm still able to sleep on my side and my stomach. Yes, I can. I actually am a side sleeper and sometimes end up on my stomach or back, but you can sleep however you want with the colostomy bag. Just after surgery, it is a little sensitive and you don't want to move because your body is just so sore and tender. And then the last question I'm going to answer for you guys today is, what do you do to make the bag last as long as possible? So as you guys can see, I'm going to show you my bag here in a second. This bag itself is a sticker, so when removing it, you use a remover spray, gauze, and water. So to make the next bag stick as best as possible, I usually put a lot of remover spray and just try to remove as much as the adhesive glue as I can. Sometimes it's really hard because I have severely sensitive skin and I get a lot of allergic reactions to whatever's on these bags, but this brand works the best for my skin. Those are all the questions I'm going to be answering from you guys today, but if you do have any more questions, make sure to drop them down below in the comments and I can make a part 2 to answering questions about my colostomy bag. Again, I just want to say thank you guys so much for asking me questions and watching this video, and I hope to see you guys here again. I also make more colostomy bag content over on my TikTok and Instagram, so if you want to check those out, again, I'd love to have you there, and I'll see you guys at my next video.